Hey guys, Jeremy Scott here. Real quick, I'll take you through what we do, kind of like the chocolate peanut butter cups. I have a video before that we made. I'm going to show you two different options here. I know I get a lot of emails about questions on what can I do for desserts and things that won't totally kill my diet, but aren't just protein and vegetables. So here's a way to kind of enjoy some things that are a little bit sweeter and on the healthier side. So if you're a Cold Stone person or you're a person who likes ice cream or cookies or whatever, this hopefully can steer you through and make you not go eat that stuff. So real quick again, how we're going to do this is, you guys just take a muffin tin just like this, pretty basic. I'm just going to take some non-stick spray and just lightly spray these down, just so later on we can basically get the peanut butter cakes basically back out of where they're at. So what I have here, I'm going to do two different options. The first one, I'm going to take vanilla protein powder. I'm going to put a little bit of Truvia in there, not too much. And this is a little bit of a different twist. So it's vanilla, a little Truvia, and I'm actually going to put cinnamon in this one. I'm a huge cinnamon guy, so I'm basically going to cake it with cinnamon. You guys can kind of do it to taste and kind of see what you like. Then I'm going to take just basically about a tablespoon of peanut butter, not too much. And instead of water, I'm actually going to use a little unsweetened vanilla almond milk. This stuff is actually great. I put it in oatmeal. I put it in as much of stuff as I can handle. So basically from here, I'm just going to take maybe about 30 seconds or so to kind of mix this together. And obviously again, as you guys mix it up, if it's too thick, obviously add a little bit more almond milk. And again, it can be basically as watery as you want it to be, because for the most part, we're just going to dump these into the muffin tins. I typically like it a little bit thicker than this. And again, this is about 2 scoops of the PROLAB vanilla isolate protein in here. So the protein's really clean. Your biggest calorie impact obviously is probably from your peanut butter. So basically from here, obviously you guys can see it's pretty watery. I'm just going to take it and dump it into a few of the muffin tins. And basically what's going to happen is we're going to fill these up about halfway. You guys can fill them all the way up. It really just depends on what size you want. Typically I find if you don't fill them the whole way, it's a little bit easier to get them out when it's all said and done. Basically how this works is we fill this up, and when you guys are done, you're basically going to stick these in your freezer. They'll freeze. You guys can take a butter knife, kind of carve them out, eat them, and typically they're pretty money. So that's your option number one, real simple. Vanilla protein powder, a little Truvia, and cinnamon with your natural peanut butter. Now this one is probably the biggest favorite. Obviously if you guys are a fan of like Reese's peanut butter cups, whatever it may be. This is your chocolate isolate. PROLAB makes it here. It's actually really, really good. It's really sweet on its own, so I don't add any Truvia to this one whatsoever. I basically just put it in as is. So with that, I stick about, same thing, about a tablespoon of peanut butter in here. You guys can add a little bit more, a little bit less, depending on what you like. Same thing, I'm going to take that unsweetened vanilla almond milk, dump it in here, and give me about maybe 20 seconds as I kind of mix this up. And basically same exact process. As you guys mix it up, if it's a little bit too thick, add a little bit more. If it's not thick enough, you can always dump a little bit more protein powder in here. But like this one, as you guys see as you mix it, and honestly, if you don't want to freeze it and you're just like a lazy ass and you just want to get right to it, if you guys mix it pretty thick, it's almost like a pudding, honestly, at this point. So it's basically peanut butter and chocolate, and it actually tastes pretty good just like this. But for the sake of the video, we're going to put it into our muffin tin. So basically same thing, I'm going to take this, empty them, typically about halfway, give or take, depending on how big you guys want these or how many servings you want. Again, same thing, this is about 2 scoops of protein, so you're looking at about 50 grams of protein. So obviously you guys who are big on macros, you want to count them. If you just break them up as you go, you kind of get an idea of, each one has about 15 grams of protein, give or take. Same thing if you guys want to break down the fats of the peanut butter and pretty much anything else you add into it. So let me scoop this last one out here, get as much out as possible, and then I'm going to add one little bonus to these as well. So if you guys are a person who's super big on sweets and you just have to have chocolate, basically for these ones what I have is a really dark chocolate. It's about 88%, so obviously it's not going to be as sweet as like Snickers or whatever candy bar you guys like, but it does do the trick. So a nice easy thing is if you guys just take these, real simple, just stick them on top of the cups already that are there. So now obviously it's going to freeze, and now you guys are going to have basically your chocolate peanut butter with a little bonus added chocolate onto it. So if you guys want to do that, you can do a million variations of that. If you guys want to do, like, if you're a cashew person, if you're an almond person, macadamia nuts, whatever it is, you can stick those in there. Kind of make these fun and kind of sex them up, you know, as much as you want, and put a little variety in it. So dieting doesn't always have to suck. You don't always have to hate it. So again, give this a try. Watch the video again if it went too quick for you, but pretty basic. So all I really do for these, you guys, is I stick it in the freezer, typically for about an hour or so. Once they're done, just like the previous video, I take a butter knife, I kind of cut around, simply pop them out. It's basically like a big, healthy Reese's peanut butter cup or protein peanut butter cup. So, Jeremy Scott, hope you enjoyed it, and give it a shot.